Welcome back to the Freedom Fries channel. I'm Fries, and today we're going to our very first drift event. Well, the second event. But the first event, I had just got in the car from Copart. The alignment was horrible. I was doing everything in third gear. It was just a horrible experience. So this is the first real drift event I have ever done. Almost didn't make it to the event, but everything's set up. Did the long drive. It's not a long drive. It's like 45 minutes. Handled it no problem. I do not have cruise control, so it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But got into the city and got into the drift event. I helped this guy actually start his battery, which is cool. I got there late because I run late for everything, and stuff was already going on. People were already out there slaying it because I did so horrible my first event. This was a ton of pressure for me. Anthony and the boys out there just killing it. Man, those cars are awesome. A vet is pretty sweet. Also, shout out to Ben for bringing his dog, because that's probably the best spectator here. And because I was running late, I basically just got started right away. Went ahead and switched out from my Hot Boy EVAR's towing wheels because they're just crazy heavy. And if you've seen the video about my wheel and tire setup, you know that I was uncomfortable with sliding on the 265s. They were at 20 psi, so they're significantly grippier than the 245 at 45 psi that I did run this event. But because I had good experiences with the 245 on the Enkei RPF ones, I wanted to go ahead and start out the event this way. Also, quick shout out to Bang Energy. If you want to sponsor me, that'd be TITE tight. Had this fellow just show up and hang out. He was a nice enough guy. I don't think he drives or anything, but I guess he likes cars, and I have a car, so it's good enough reason to talk to anybody, I suppose. Cody and his girl Abby showed up, support. Cody's my #1 supporter. Like, he's the reason my car has not fallen apart. The dude has the best eye for QC, and I love to leave bolts untightened, so thanks, Cody. Tech showed up and went through probably the most thorough tech session ever. This is, yeah, perfect. Got a sticker. Why didn't you guys do stickers for the second event? Abby was super against this, but ended up talking her into coming along for, some slides, some skids. Went ahead and got out there on grid and tried to send it. I was super nervous about this because I did so horrible my first event, but initiation was pretty A-OK. Hung around the first corner, not too bad. I don't know. Was definitely limited by angle, so I had a lot of trouble linking that first transition. So yeah, but all in all, I was super stoked because I was clutch kicking everything in third gear my first event, because I just was driving it like an S chassis, so that was ridiculous. Abby loved it though, and that was cool. That was probably my favorite part about this event, was giving so many ride-alongs. So we swapped out passengers and got back out into grid, and well, we continued to suck for a long time, like all day. We spun out, and we spun out, and we spun out, and we spun out, and yeah, we just kept spinning all day long. Well, most of the day anyway. Killed a couple cones. Sucked on initiations. It was just ridiculous. And then I would take this first sweeper really wide, and I don't know if that was an angle issue, a grip issue, if I was taking the wrong line. But the only way I ended up getting through it was by just sending it and then basically getting completely off throttle, letting the weight transfer just take me through it and then get back into it. But I finally completed a lap. I was super happy with that. I do e-brake on that last corner, not because I need to, but I installed a hydro. I want to use it. You see there, super wide again on that first sweeper, and then coming out really wide because my line was so horrible. I wasn't left foot braking or anything like that. I don't know if that's a super common technique, but I don't know. Super happy. This is a perfect example of why it's important to take time for yourself to eat and drink water and all that stuff and just relax, because continually hot lapping, you're not able to reflect on your runs in order to improve. You should really look at it like every run as a chance to do something different or better, unless you're just killing it, in which case just go out there and drive, I guess. And I ended up doing much better at the end of the day. I had no business doing it, but I started doing a little bit of tandem, and I think that actually was probably the best, because I was following somebody who knew about line and who had been drifting for a while. So I was able to follow their lead, which I guess let me get through the course perfect. I had stopped spinning at this point. We stopped recording because everyone was fried, but it was awesome. Now, and then on my last run while leaving the start point, it sounded like the tire had popped, and I was getting a lot of play in the rear. I just thought that I finally popped tire. I mean, I did 50 laps on this one set of Kendas, which is crazy. Shout out to Kenda, because holy crap, that is awesome. Anyway, I pulled into where I parked the truck and saw it was not, in fact, a pop tire. I busted my camber arm. The rod end came completely undone, split in half. This was 100% my fault. GK Tech had emailed out and said that it's a possibility that these may fail. After looking at the rod end, it makes sense. That thing was super thin, and the replacement they sent out is much, much beefier. I just rented a trailer and ended up getting it back to the house. So, no big deal. All in all, the car ran flawlessly. The car did about 50 laps. But all in all, great event, great learning experience, significantly better than the 1 hour I had drifted the car at the last KC Drift back in August of 2019. Gave me a ton of confidence in this car. I was super happy with all the upgrades I've done. I definitely look forward to doing the GK Tech angle kit and just tightening up a couple odds and ends. Tearing up the street.